let's quickly zoom on to the episode that you wanted to talk about, which is The Hold Up.
Yes.
Now explain the plot of The Hold Up, please.
So this is series 10. So it's the last series, which isn't always as well regarded as some of the earlier ones.
I mean,
but it's got some good ones in it.
Series 10 is directed by Martin Shardlow.
Yeah.
And again, maybe not the most familiar name, but somebody who's done
a lot of stuff,
a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
And he directed the Blackadder series 1 of Blackadder. Mm-hmm. And I think the Blackadder is really well directed.
Yes, it's one of the best ones.
There's a lot of good film work, and even the studio stuff. The cameras zooming all over the place. He doesn't get the chance to do that so much with Are You Being Served?
No, because it's a different kind of thing.
But you know, he's worked on a load of other things. Churchill Said to Me, which is the Frankie Howard thing, isn't it?
Yes.
With Nick, is that the one that Nick Courtney's in?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Little and Large Show. Okay, fair enough. He did direct some Only Fools and Horses in 1981. No Place Like Home, Terry and June.
Lots of comedies,
so,
really.
You know, a good track record, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, quick. Let's go back to the plot.
The Hold Up. They're stock taking or taking inventory.
Yes. Do you have to do that?
No. Oh, they do actually. Yeah, they do. They do what they call a count.
All right.
Where they count the stock.
Okay.
So yes, they do that. I've never had to do it. They have special people that come in and do that.
Don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yes. And so they're all staying late in the store, and Mr. Rumbold leaves with his secretary to take his secretary home, and then Mr. Harmon comes up in the lift and says he's seen some burglars in the accounts department. So they try and work out what to do, and they decide they're going to call the police, and then the burglars come up in the lift. Now Mrs. Slocum has had to visit the ladies because the news that there are burglars in the store has made her very nervous, and she needed to spend a penny.
Now, one of the burglars is played by Michael Atwell.
Michael Atwell, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Possibly best known from Attack of the Cybermen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's probably better known for other stuff.
Or I was going to say Bill Sykes.
Oh, Bill Sykes in Oliver Twist.
Oliver Twist, the Ten Sticks production.
There is other things he's been in.
Yeah.
He
was an Ice Warrior as well.
He was an Ice Warrior, yeah. But usually plays the hard man.
Yeah.
Or played the hard man.
He was also a political cartoonist, which I didn't know.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, quite a skilled artist as well.
Yeah.
But it's got you've got the encounter between him and Mr. Humphreys.
Yes, because basically what happens
how does that happen?
Mrs. Slocum comes back from the ladies, and all the rest of the department are hiding behind the ladies' counter, and she leaves a handbag on the men's counter, and they call her over, and she hides. But then they realise if the burglars come back and see her handbag, they will realise that somebody's been around. So Miss Brahms goes to get it, and they come back, and she poses as a mannequin, and then they catch her. So they work out a way of trying to free Miss Brahms, which is basically, first of all, to send Captain Peacock and Mr. Spooner in as policemen.
Oh, yes.
Which goes wrong. So at that point...
Captain Peacock's armed with an ID card.
A union card.
Which is Mr. Harmon's
union
packing union card.
Yeah. And
that's not going to convince anyone.
No.
He needs psychic paper at this point, doesn't he?
He does. But yeah, so they catch Captain Peacock and Mr. Spooner, but the others are hiding outside the door and hear them talk about the Gumby Gang, who are this gang that nobody's really ever seen.
I love the name, the Gumby Gang, because that just conjures up Monty Python.
Yeah. So basically, once they've caught Captain Peacock and Mr. Spooner, the rest of them, which is Mr. Harmon, Mrs. Slocum and Mr. Humphreys, dress up as the Gumby Gang. So you get Mr. Harmon with a sort of suit and hat on and a little pencil moustache.
Yeah, as Pa Gumby.
Pa Gumby. Mrs. Slocum basically dressed up like a sort of older version of Mae West as Ma Gumby in a leather skirt that she can barely move in. And Mr. Humphreys as Mad Tony, their son.
Italian Tony. Is it
Mad
Italian?
Tony.
All right, yeah.
And...
was he described as like an ice cream salesman?
Yes. They look sort of like, but yeah, so they try
in this sort of white suit, isn't
white
it? With
suit
a hat.
and with a hat with a curly black wig.
Yeah.
Which is stitched into the hat.
Yeah. But he has to sort of get hold of Michael Attwell at one point. By the sort of, and Michael Attwell's about a foot taller than John Inman,
and he's got this sort of fan, and he flips the fan out. And as he sort of flips the fan out,
it sort of hits Michael Attwell.
And Michael Attwell starts to laugh.
Yeah, but he just managed to
sort of hold it in, yeah.
But yeah, it's a wonderfully silly scene, like Miss John Inman threatening Michael Attwell, which you just didn't think would work.
But it does.
But they're both acting it really well.
They are really acting it really well, yeah.